It's time for us to begin. So last time we was around here. In the first topic, we have a quick overview of what a research work is like, and we also spent some time discussing about research questions, what makes good research questions, and after that there was a bit of discussions on quantitative research and qualitative research. There was also discussion on differences between primary research and secondary research. Now, before we move on further and get ready for the next topic, do you have any questions or comments about what we have done so far? Okay, if there are no other questions, then now, in the topic today, we start looking at literature review. Last time, when we looked at the Language Learning and Technology Journal, you see the layout of a research article. It always begins with an introduction, and then there is literature review. Usually it's about one page, sometimes it may be shorter or longer. But in the literature review part, you see a lot of quotations of previous research. So the first thing we're going to learn as an important part of this course is why we need to do literature review, how we write literature review, and very importantly, how we can create a proper reference list for all our quotations. Please say those. Right. So literature review is an account of what has been done before in the same field of studies that you are researching. So last time when I read an article on using web tools in language teaching, then before presenting the results of the studies, you see the researcher presents research works and books and journals on that topic. Now, the purpose of doing a literature review is to have the readers know what has been done already in the field, and it also helps the researcher themselves to build on the strengths as well as learn from the weaknesses analyzed in previous studies. A good literature review should have these things. It should be logically developed. It should be well focused. There may be a lot of things you want to discuss in the literature review. But remember, there is always a limited space for writing the literature review. If you write an MA thesis, a master thesis, it's, in education, in language teaching, it's usually less than 100 pages. So the literature review should be around 20 pages. If you publish an article in a journal, usually there is a maximum number of words that you can write. Some may accept no more than 4,000 words. And in this case, your literature review should only be less than 1,000. So it's in a limited space of writing, you need to be very focused on the most important points. It should be integrative. It should try to integrate all the aspects that I consider important to the readers to know before reaching your presentation of results. And also very important, let's say if you write a journal article on technology language teaching, and then all your quotations are around 1990s, then people will not want to read the article. Why? Because all your quotations on your citations are so out of date. That's why a good research work should have a lot of quotation, a lot of literature review that is up to date. The more up to date, the better. And so when people look at your research work, the first thing they do is to open the last pages, look at your reference list to see if you have the core material. For example, if you write a research work about, let's say, cognitive linguistics, then I should see Langenker, Lakoff. If you write about the X-bar rules and about cognitive grammar, then I expect Chomsky to be in your reference list. Now, apart from those key readings, I expect to see updated books materials. So if you have books published in 2006, 2010, or even 2013, 14, it is better. Now, it's possible for us to do this thanks to the internet. A lot of people now publish books on the internet. They only export their writing to a PDF file, and then they publish on Amazon or the other online publishers. That helps us to reach very up-to-date release material and sources. Now, usually a literature review will follow this structure. It has an introduction in which there is a central theme or organizational pattern. Then there will be a lot of discussions in the body, and there should also be a conclusion of wrapping up of the things that are discussed. So in the end, you will come to the conclusion that so from all the previous works that we have reviewed, these are still missing. These are still the things that we need to explore further, and that's how I'm feeling. That's how my research work add value to the research community. You do not need to write much because you have the recording of the screen. You also have the PowerPoint files uploaded. So, but you should take notes to have you focus and follow better. Now, there are several different ways of organizing the literature review. After this mini lecture, we have a hands-on activity in which you look at some sample article and tell me how they are organized. Sometimes literature review is organized chronologically by publication date. So if I write an article about, let's say, using mobile learning in language learning, then I may start it from the times the internet was still slow about 10 years ago, and there was still very limited capacity for mobile devices like Palm Top, or BlackBerry devices. Well, 10 years ago it was like that. So I started around 2004, 2005, and then move on to 2006, 2007, and then 2008, 2009, and then to the last 2 or 3 years. And this year, for example, that's the chronological development of the literature review. And in this chronological chain, we can organize those things in terms of a trend. For example, if you write about e-learning in education or e-learning in language teaching, then there are different trends. Chronologically, before the World War II, e-learning already existed in the forms of radio broadcasts. So there was teaching programs on the radio, and people even get degrees in the United States and in some other places simply by listening to the teacher teaching on the radio, doing assignments, and then mailing the assignments by post. Right, so that's the one trend. And then after World War II, there were televisions, home television, and people started to take courses at home by watching TV programs, and they also earn a university degree that way. So that's another trend, using the television. Right. And then in the 1990s, there was the internet. So universities start to put up websites that provide reading material, resources. There were no accounts for the users, but it's richer in contents. So you see, you also do it chronologically, grouped by the trend. It can also be thematic discussions. For example, you write articles about language teaching methodology. You are going to do a research about using games in teaching speaking, for example. So in the literature review, you want to see the major teaching methods and approaches on the themes. So there will be a little section in which you discuss about the traditional teaching methods, grammar translations method. And there is another section in which you discuss about the audio-lingual method, in which people mainly listen and repeat, and try to memorize the text. And then there is another section in which you discuss the communicative teaching methods, in which there are lots of interactions among the learners. And then there is another section in which you discuss about task-based language teaching, in which you use tasks, and you design tasks, and the teaching activities are based on tasks. So that kind of development is called thematic development. So you also have one page of the literature review, but there are different sections, and each section discuss a theme. Lastly, it can be focused on the methods of the research. So, this is not very frequent, but sometimes you may see researcher group the literature review in terms of quantitative publications and qualitative publications. Well, you have heard from time to time now about quantitative research and qualitative research. And I guess you are still a little bit confused. It sounds vague, but by the end of this course, you'll be pretty much clearer about the differences between the two, because they are very different. So some researchers would like to group them accordingly. Now, so a lot of people love to develop their literature review chronologically. Why? Because it's easy to do. Easy to present the material chronologically based on the years of publications, and it's also help readers to follow you easily. Organizing your review in the thematic layout requires you to have good understanding of the topics, and it's also required to have high-level thinking skills in order to analyze and put this into this, rather than putting things in the wrong baskets. So usually students are not very experienced people in the field will start with chronological review. But if you are very confident about your understanding, you might do thematic review, and but it also sometimes depends on the nature of the topic. These are some of the verbs that we use in writing literature review. Like Mark Johnson argues that, Jacob finds that, Jacob maintains that, Chomsky proves that. Language is in wine. So these are the verbs that we use when we refer, when we quote, when we cite other people. And you write more, you will use them better. Alright, now there's another thing that we need to think about when writing literature review. That's the tense of the verbs. Because this passes the final exam, there will be 2 points, 2 out of 10, in which you write a literature review, maybe only several sentences in a citation. So usually, the verbs in literature reviews are in present times, because you are reporting things. Sometimes you may see them in the past tense, but when you report like this thesis presents a report, this chapter provides something, the results are reported. And also in your own analysis, in your discussions, the present time is always used. Okay, so even when you have a reference to publications that was published in the past, you are restating the ideas and the verb to is in the present time. Sorry. Okay, now these are the common witnesses when you write your literature review. Your literature review may be vague, weak, because there is too much generalizations and there is no specific quotations for your argument. It may be too limited. In the literature review, it's your chance to show the examiner or show the readers that you are knowledgeable about your field. And then if you are not able to quote a lot of people, if you only give several quotations, it shows that you do not read much or you do not know much. So if you read the articles from the journals that I gave you last time, you see it is always packed with a lot of quotations. And in the end, in the references, you may see 2 or even 3 pages of references that focus on this part. You may try to bring in a lot of materials, in order to widen the range, but then those materials are not relevant to your topic, and that's also a weakness. You may also be biased. To try to, for example, I write a journal article about using mobile devices in language teaching, and because I'm a fan of using mobile devices, I try to read only people who support that trend, and I try to ignore all the disadvantages, all these difficulties that the students may have, and all the negative reports. In this case, you see, I admit to contrasting views as not a good work either. And I have already mentioned this. It's important for you to include the recent work. I mean, updated materials. So that's a little bit about writing a literature review. Now it's time for doing hands-on work. Any questions or comments? Okay, no. Right, the next thing that we're gonna spend a lot of time on is this part, APA references. Have you ever heard about APA before? Okay, good. What does it stand for? Okay, so what is APA? Okay, it is standard for quoting other people for referencing, and in this age and day, you need to use it almost all the time. When you do presentation, at the end of your PowerPoint slide, there should be references to the material that you have used. At the end of journals articles, at the end of your final, at the end of your assignments, your essays, all those things. Have you ever used IBA before? Good. Okay. When did you do that? American Studies. Great. And how do you teach yourself IPA? Google. Okay, that's good answer. Okay. Digital learners. Yeah. I think that's a very good answer. When you do not know anything, okay, that's good result. Now IPA is just one of the different referencing styles. But from my experience, in our field, in language teaching, in English education, APA is most popular, at least in Vietnam. And APA is the only style that is accepted in our department for writing final essay, thesis. Previously, we also accepted APA, MLA, and Chicago styles, and some others. But now, we require all students to use APA. So now, basically, when you quote an idea, you need to tell people where the idea that you quote come from, right? So you need to tell people about the author of the book, the name of the book, the years of publications, and some of the information, right? So there are different conventions about how you present those information. APA is one of those. It was created by the American Psychology Association. APA, American Psychology Association. Not very long ago, several decades ago. But now it has become very popular. So when you do APA, now about 6 or 7 years ago, it took students a lot of time to prepare a reference list in the APA style. I mean, you need to make sure that all the commas, all the dots, all the capitalizations, italicized, and all the text fonts need to be correct, perfect. Now, what we do today is to help you to understand all those things, to practice those things, and for the final exam. But actually, people, with the development of technology, people no longer need to spend too much time doing referencing. Why? You also know that already. Good students. There are now software applications that help us to do referencing automatically, like the referencing ribbon in Word and some other different softwares. Good. So good start. Now I want you to go into the mobile learning system and download this file. This is a very good file, only 2 pages, 2 or 3 pages, but it tells you everything you need to know about APA. Summary of APA style. Now, so download the file. If you do not see the topic, just refresh your browser, because I have just enabled our next lesson, literature review and referencing. Okay, so click on that file and this should be what you see. Summary of API style. Okay, so formatting the manuscript you're writing, you can skip that because you only need to care about it when you need to write a full article, full essay. For the meeting today, I want you to practice citing, quoting, and write references. So move to page 3 and see some of the samples for in-text citations and references. So if you need to cite somebody from a book with only one author, that's how you lay it out. From a book with 2 authors, that's how you write. Book with 3 to 5, this is how you write. More than 6, add on, Book that you cannot identify the author, belongs to a company or a corporate. Newspaper, magazine, journals, articles, and also very importantly websites, online resources. Well, several students when they write essays for me, because they are not trained in the course, they simply paste the link to the website, that's all. That's it. Not the way to cite a web page, a website. Okay, you have any questions, comments about that summary? Okay.
When we use Vietnamese numbers, we could write the surnames and then abbreviate their first names.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is a very interesting question, and until now there are still confusion and trouble, even for me, when writing references for Vietnamese researchers. So basically, you can still follow the Western conventions by putting surnames as a reference. But if you use the referencing style of Moet, which was imported from Russian academic system, not from the Western system, they require you to use the full name of the researchers. So if you decide how you need to reference it, usually depends on the guideline of the referencing system that you are using. Like if you're writing a PhD thesis for the Museum of Education and Training, they have strict regulations about how you cite other people, and there are samples for you to look at. And that means surely a lot of Vietnamese writers and researchers for you to look at. And you only need to follow them. In this class, we try to do APA. So surname will come first, and all the middle names and first name will be abbreviated. Right. So if you Siamese, it should be Nguyen, comma, and dot D. Okay. But in a Vietnamese context, I mean, if you read the journals of education at university, you see different referencing style because there are not strict regulations about that yet. Sometimes you see people writing the full name in Vietnamese order. Okay. So again, how you present the names of other people again depend on the style of referencing that you use. If you use APA referencing style, yeah, surname is Vietnamese and then first name and middle names are abbreviated. Okay? But that's going to be funny because you will see thousands of Vietnamese researchers with the name Nguyen, and it's hard for people to search or to index and be researchers. So some researcher insist on writing their name in full order in Vietnamese, to help people identify them more easily. On the online indexing system, there are on all those systems there are fields in which you need to put in your name. So they will make it first name, middle name, surname, and you need to put in your name in that order, and they will reference automatically. If I want to see my name appears in the full Vietnamese order, I will put Nguyễn Ngọc Bối as my first name, as my surname, okay, and leave on the other two blanks, so it will show up in the full order. But you need to be consistent, from the beginning, because if you use different conventions later on, people will not be able to find you in a database. Okay, any other questions? Right, please. Okay. All right. Footnotes. Okay. Kinds of further explanations that you need to explain to the reader. It's not citations, not citing. Okay. And back notes is usually the kinds of information that you put at the end of the article or at the end of the book. For example, at the end of the article, you may find a note about the author of the article and their interest. That can be considered as a back note. Sometimes when people give statistics and for the methods of limited space in writing, they cannot include those statistics right away in the main writing, so they put it at the end. So that is the back notes. So footnotes is at the footer of the page, and back notes is at the end of the writing. They are not references. But APA referencing system also have guidelines about how you format the footnote and how you format your back notes. Any other questions or comments? Okay. So the purpose of citing in literature review is to acknowledge intellectual depth. This is not my idea. This idea comes from somebody else. It's also help your argument to be more persuasive, to be stronger by having other researchers to support. When you claim something and you read the references, it helps the readers to track your argument. I'm a little bit doubtful about this claim or this argument. Then I will look at the names of your in the reference, and I turn to the back of the page, and I say, oh, this comes from this journal, and I will tell myself whether this journal is a big name or not. How credible this citation is, and all those things. And lastly, citing other people is also a way to help your readers to expand their knowledge. So by doing a research, we expect you to read a lot of people, disseminate knowledge, help other people to gain knowledge. And while you do that, you yourself also accumulate knowledge by showing research done before. Now, these are the major components that you will find in all referencing styles. There should be the name of the authors, the house of publications or the copyright, the title of the publications, publication data like date, times, and number of pages, and other information. Right. So when I look at these entries, I know that there are 2, 3 people in the articles, and it was published in 2010. This is the title of the article, and this is educational leadership. This is the name of the journal. This is the issues in the volume, because in 1 year there will be 10 or even 20 issues of the journal. So issue number 14, and the pay is from this to this. So it can help students to look at the article if they want. Okay, they have the information, they can track it in the library. Well, I do not want to go too much into these details about books, journals, websites. Now let's do this in practical hands-on activity. Let me see. Let's do a test. Okay, you see, you always have 2 marks for doing this. Make a citation and then write a reference entry in APA style. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to write a reference entry in the APA style for this exam. Okay, it is just this. See how I send the file to you. Okay. So everybody, I need you to go to our whiteboard. Is that whiteboard one? Okay, the accounts are still here. Okay, don't delete the accounts, okay? Just leave them there for your friends. Okay, so click on that link. Okay, so for the final exam, it's printed on one side, on the test paper and on the other side. So let's do it. Okay, use that information that you get and open Word. Let me help you. Here. Okay, do not write anything there. Download the file, open WinWord in your computer, and type your reference on the WinWord screen. Okay, and wait for further instructions. Good. You can see that on your screen. Okay, now the first thing I wanted to do, let me say this again. The first thing I wanted to do is to write a reference entry for what you have seen in the APA style. Okay, open with Word and write it in the APA style. You can see the summary files I have you. Suppose it is a book. No, it's a journal. Okay. So look at the sample and try to do the same. You had the name of the journal here, you had the name of the article here, you had the name of the researchers here, you had the number of the pages here. Now, don't use word references. Do not use it now, otherwise, okay, in the final exam, you do not know what to do. Okay, so practice using your memory. For now, you can look at the manual. Okay, but this is exactly what you have to do in the exam. You write manually. I know, okay, then you can use word referencing, but do not use it now.
gì vậy? Cái này phải vô con.
Okay, are you all finished?
I can't connect at the moment. Try again in a little bit.
Okay, now I want you to copy your reference, go to WB1 and paste here. Okay, do not find the part of space, you do not have space, go down here. So you know what to do? Copy the reference and paste to our whiteboard. Copy and paste. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you do not need to put your name there. Okay, that's enough. Let's stop. Okay, too much already. Okay, now, first we need to have the names of the researchers. So, surname Pan, Huang, okay, and okay, because again this is Asian names, so you can either write this out or just CY. Okay, as the initials. So yeah, C, Y, and Huang. Okay, PC, right. And the name of the article is italicized. So that's correct, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. The name of the article is not italicized. Where do I? Oh yes. There should be highlighter here. Okay, anyway, this is wrong because we only italicize the name of the journals and also what you put here is like the logo of the journal, not the name of the journal. The name of the journal is okay. Con journals is not a phrase. Okay, you see, this is the logo of the journal. The name is JALT, Con Journal. Con short for Computer Assisted Language Learning, and JALT short for Japanese Associations of Language Teaching. Okay. You see there? JALT, Con. Okay. So this is a journals from Japan. So that's not corrected, sorry. And okay, let's come back. Now, volume 5, number 3. So how do you write the volume? Now, the volume, okay, number is included, and in case there are number inside a volume, it will be in parentheses. Okay, bracket it. Right? So volume, what is the volume number? Volume 5, number 3. So you see, this is not correct too. Yeah. Volume 5, 3 inside. Yeah. So this one is okay, better, but you see the name of the journals is still not what we are looking for. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky for the name of the journal. Page, okay, all of you get this. Okay, page 3 to 22. What is missing here? Let me try to zoom this up for you. Yes. So what is wrong here? Yeah, there are no comma here because there are 2 people. Okay, you see, just ampersand and. Okay, development. Okay, so let's forget about. I have already told you about the name, the volume, and the volume number, and the issues should be in parentheses. Something here, and there should be a period at the end, a dot at the end. Okay, so 5, is it 3 or 4? 3, okay. Right, so that's the one example. Let's do another test. Okay, citation again. Citation from the book given, and then APA referencing. Okay. I want you to do the same, okay, for this one. Okay, so open that file. Okay, this was from the exam 2 years ago, and again write an APA reference entry for the book and get ready to share with the whole class. At the top. What time do we finish? 10:30. Right? 11:45, 10:40, right? 8:45, 10:40. Do you have classes after this? No, right? Okay, so we can be flexible. We can go until 12. Is it okay with you? Oh, somebody deleted the link. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, it's still here. Just that. Okay, good. When you're finished, paste your result here. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's start. Too much already. Now, so for referencing books, what do we need? Name of the writer, title of the book. They are all here, okay, on the cover, and then the publishers. Okay, Oxford University Press or OUP sometime, and years of publications. Now, a lot of students will be confused. When you write reference entries, okay, use the year after the copyright sign, because you may see, okay, the year printing, okay, somewhere else too. Okay, so always use the year after the copyright. I mean, okay, this version was copyrighted on this date. It may be printed later. And then we have the city of publication. In this case, we see in New York. Well, sometimes it's not here, and you only need to pick the first city on the list. If you do not see this, but in this case, it's here. It's available. That's not right. You do not need anything else. Now you need to put all these things together. So, right. Surname, okay, initials of first name and middle name, years of publication, dot, okay, and cognitive foundations of grammar, title, italicized, and okay, place of publication, house of publications, New York, okay, Oxford University Press, good. Sometimes, okay, you may see, okay, NYOUP as abbreviation, but okay, this comes just right on in full. Right, so you are ready. At least you know how to cite books, journals. Okay, there can be websites for you to cite. Okay, because those are the three kinds of materials that we expect you to read most of them in your essay writing. Now, let's practice the next part on the exam questions. Make a citation from the book given. Okay. Make a citation from the book given. Now, before you make a citation from the book given, let's go back to our mobile learning system and download this file, a simple APA with research with paper notes. Okay, and I want you to pay attention to the way, okay, the students in this essay cite other people in the writing. Yeah, about the obesity of children or something like that. Okay, so try to study that carefully. There are lots of things for you to learn. In a way, see layout for essays. In a way, see reference or essay. In a way, see cite. Okay, unknown sources. Now, so let's go back here. You see, there are a variety of ways that you can use to cite other people. In these essays, you see the authors may cite directly a phrase, and in that case, in direct citation, you use quotation, and then put the name of the author and the year of publication. At some other points, you see citation this way. So as researchers, so the name of the researcher, the year of the publications, like this. So if I want to read more about these citations, I then go to reference list and look at Janowski, and see where it comes from. Okay. Oh yeah, Janowski and Janowski. Maybe just a Nguyen and Nguyen. Two surnames. I mean, so then there will be two people with the same surname, but even. Right. So, so the direct quotation. Now, in this case, she also put the page number. The page number. Where she take these direct quotations from. Now, as a rule of thumb, when you take direct quotations, it's better to include a page where you take the direct quotations from. Just for the purpose of verification later. People can go to this page and find this phrase. If this is a good phrase and this is a good direct quotation. Now, this is another side of citing. See, student medication will withdraw. So this is indirect quotations. You see, there is no direct quotation mark any longer, but she still put name of the researcher, year, publication, and the page. See that? And this is another way of presenting your citation. You see, same reference entries, but there are different ways that you can use to write. Okay. Now, another way of indirect citings is simply have the name of the researchers followed by the years of publications. So, oh yes, it's just the page number here, but look at the one at the top. In purely financial terms, the drug costs more than $3 a day on average, and then parentheses. The name, surname of the researcher, and the year. That's enough. So usually, when you only want to refer to the name of the person that gets the credit for the idea, it's enough to have name and year. Why do we need to include a year? Number one, to have the reader decide whether this idea is current, updated or not. Number two, this person, like Duan Ward, can have find 6 or 10 different publications in this journal. I mean, the same authors, okay, may have a lot of different publications, and okay, when you put a year, okay, it helps people to track which year it is in. And if it is in the same year, let's say in 2004, doing work, published 3 different articles, and they are all referenced here. And how you do it? Okay, 2004 A, 2004 B, 2004 C. Okay, just to show that they are 3 different publications. Okay, so now you have an idea of how to cite all the people in the literature review, right? Let's practice a little bit. Now, it's your turn. Okay, go. Make a citation from the book in the final exam. Okay, write in the window and paste our WD1. Let me see how you do this. Make a citation from the book given. So, your citation can be direct, can be indirect, okay? But basically we need to know that you are able to do it. So it's easy if you know how to do it, right? Yeah, for this one, for the grammar, cognitive grammar. Yeah, for the handout that I have just given in the final exam. You see, so question 2 in the final exam is always like that. You have to write a citation for a journal, for a website, for a book, and then you reference it. You all finished? When I go around, I see nearly all of you time like this. Yeah, this is not funny. Think about it like this. You are going to do this for your whole life. Okay? And when you take the top 4 IBT test, if you time like this, okay, I don't think that you will be able to make up time. Okay? Because it requires a lot of typing. So I seriously advise you to go to a CD store and buy an Elvis typing software applications, get cheap, okay? Or you can play the sharp typing games. It shows you how you use all the 10 fingers, and very soon you will be able to write up to time at about 80 words per minute. It's hard in the beginning, but it is very worthwhile because you use it all your life. Okay? So if you see me again next year, I want to see you type like this. It's not like this. I'm serious. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? You see, productivity in the work. Take yourself typing. All done? Yeah, you have finished, please paste your citations to our class whiteboard. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Let's stop and look at our screen. Now, for this, why you capitalize this phrase? Yeah, there is no reason for capitalizing this phrase because it is simply a quotations. Okay, and oh, I see. Maybe in the original, is it? Capitalize, but that is still wow. Okay, so if you insist on using this language structure as something very special, that's acceptable. Okay, yeah. Wait, leave it there. Okay, do not make any changes. Now, why did you include this in the citation? Now we only use this for the referencing, so if you put it here, okay, no point for this. You see, only the surname, the year and the page. Now, wait, do not, okay, I'm about to fix this in there. Okay, just skip. Suggested that language There's a problem of tense agreement here. I have told you to use present time for reporting verb. Suggest that. Okay, so again 0. Okay. Okay, so you have, look, you have him here, and then you have him again at the end. What is it for? You see? Yes, this is a very good one. Green. Okay, now. Sorry, I can't. Oh yes, highlighter is here. Yeah, this one is green. You can take it as an example. Oh, so where are the other people? Not yet. Now please pay more citation here for me to comment. So you see, we have a problem here, and I will highlight the red. Should show you that, yeah, that's an error. And for this, there's an error, okay, of English writing, not referencing this. Okay, and here there's also, oh, you just fixed that. There are no, okay, reasons for capitalizing that. But anyway, don't use past tense. That's my advice. Okay, try to stay away from asserts, because you are merely reporting, okay, an idea. You are not referring to a past event, especially assert, claim, argues. You see, you only use, okay, past tense, okay, in very rare cases in which you are trying to refer to a past event in which they did an experiment. Like in 2005, they did an experiment in Ho Chi Minh City University of Education. Okay, so you are actually narrating an event. But in this case, you see, you are reporting. So, oh, this one is nice. Okay, and you also underline, okay, okay, singular case. So green for you, unless except for this one, because in the final exam you should not underline that. Oh, now look, it is, I'm sorry, this is good referencing, but you get 0, because this is not a complete sentence. Okay, as he said, and then what? So where the main clause? Huh? 0, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now they improve. Okay. Yes, so it's basically like that. Now you learn, okay, how to write, okay, in text referencing. Okay, I think that's it for today. So what do we do today? We learn a little bit about literature reviews. We learn to do in-text citations. We learn to do referencing. Okay, but there will be a lot of practice for you at home. Okay, so at home just pick out any book and try to write reference entries. Okay, manually do not use in-text citation. The referencing in Word. You see there's an assignment for you. A lot of people, haven't done this task yet. You need to blog and write research questions. Okay. And then, in our next meeting, we will review these questions, see whether they are good or not, whether you can develop a research with this question or not. So everybody needs to, put a research question here, something that is interesting to you, and then in the next topic, you need to do this assignment, write a literature review for that research question. 300 words, not much, half a page. Okay, so research questions, and then write a literature review. In a literature review, there should be in-text citation, and at the end there should be reference list. You know what to do? Okay, so basically I wanted to practice thinking about research questions, about citing, about referencing. So that is the little assignment for the tech holiday. The big assignment for the tech holiday is sharp typing. Okay, I want everybody to reach level 6 or level 7 in that game. Okay, because if you do not type fast enough, the sharks will kill you. Okay. So next year, time like this. Usually it takes you about 2 to 3 months to learn to use all the techniques. Any questions or comments before we call it a day?
Now our question any topic.
Oh yeah, your research question can be about anything. Okay, yeah, but think about things that we discussed previously. Should be feasible, should be ethical, should be interesting, things like that. Now there are 1 or 2 students who have not activated your account yet. Now this is it. The recording for our first meeting is available, so ask your friend to help. Okay, so you can see all the instruction again actually here. Okay, and this is a very important experience. Next time, never ever skip the first meeting and the last meeting in any course. Okay. Yeah, you can skip something in between, but the first meeting is very important. So the screen recording is here. Let me put a link to the whiteboard. Okay, so link to the first meeting with all the instruction for you. There are 1 or 2 people who haven't got the account yet. And what else? At the end of the list, you can see there are accounts that are still available. still these accounts available here. And let me look at the participants list. Okay, you see for some you like for okay, Trúc Hồng here, I do not see your email, your cell phone and your face. Okay, most of you have done well, but you see for some people, again, no email, no face. Okay, if you do not have a cell phone, it's okay. And you see there are still 5, 6 accounts available, not activated yet. Never. Okay, so you can use that. So 50, 51, 53, 42, and 19. You can take that down. Help yourself. Okay? So, is everything clear? Good. Right, so, Happy New Year. Oh yes, and you have a longer holiday because you will be away for 3 weeks, right? For the first week after the Tết holiday, we can still enjoy the holiday. I mean there will be no meeting. Yeah, on that week. Why did you look happy? Yeah. I will try to arrange an online meeting. I'm not sure because I will be in Australia until 7th of March. So yeah, for the first week I'm not here.